Sound. Introduction. Sound is important to us. It helps us to communicate with one another. Without sound, we cannot talk to anyone. All the sounds are different. But we can recognize the voices of our friends even if they are not visible to us. How does this happen? What is sound? Sound is a kind of sensation received by our ears and perceived by our brain. It is a form of energy which makes us hear. Sound is produced by any vibrating material and felt by us only when these vibrations reach our ears. Sound travels in solids, liquids, and gases, but not in vacuum. Thus, sound needs a material medium for propagation. Characteristics of sound. The sound produced by one person is different from another. Also, the sound produced by one instrument is different from another instrument. So, in order to distinguish various sounds, the characteristics of sound help us. There are three main characteristics of sound. 1. Pitch and frequency. 2. Quality, timbre. 3. Loudness and amplitude. Pitch and frequency. Pitch is that characteristics of sound by which we can distinguish between different sounds of the same loudness. It depends on the frequency of vibration. The pitch of sound is directly proportional to its frequency. Higher the frequency, higher is the pitch shown in figure A, and lower the frequency, lower is the pitch shown in figure B. On the basis of this, we can distinguish between a man's voice and a woman's voice of same loudness. A man's voice is flat, having low pitch, whereas a woman's voice is shrill, having high pitch. The pitch of sound depends on the frequency. Higher the frequency, higher is the pitch. The length of vibrating air column. Shorter is the vibrating air column, higher is the pitch. The thickness of the vibrating string. Thinner the vibrating string, higher is the pitch. Pitch and frequency in relation to working of musical instruments. There are various types of musical instruments which produce different sounds. They can be classified into 4 types: string, percussion, wind, and reed instruments. They all produce sound, but in different ways. The sound produced by a flute, wind instrument, is more shrill, high pitch and frequency than the sound produced by drum, percussion instrument having stretched membrane. In string instruments, when the strings are plucked, struck or played with a bow, they vibrate to produce a musical sound of some particular frequency. The pitch of the sound of a musical instrument can be changed by altering its length. A drum vibrates with a low frequency, so it produces a low-pitched sound. Quality, timbre. It is that characteristics of sound which enables us to distinguish between musical notes emitted by different musical instruments, even though they have the same pitch and loudness. A single source produces more than one frequency. When the whole string vibrates, the note produced is called fundamental tone or monotone, as shown in figure A. The monotone has the lowest possible frequency and pitch. At the same time, sections of string vibrate 2 times and 4 times faster than the monotone and produce sound of higher pitch. When the sections of string vibrate faster than the fundamental tone, notes called overtones are produced, shown in figure B. Sounds always have a fundamental tone and one or more overtones. The blending of the fundamental tone and the overtones produces the characteristic quality or timbre of a particular sound. Loudness and amplitude. The loudness of sound is determined by the amplitude of vibration. It is directly proportional to square of amplitude of vibration. Example, loudness is directly proportionate to square of amplitude of vibration. This means if the amplitude is increased twice, the loudness will also increase 4 times. Amplitude is the degree of sensation produced in the ear. Thus, the sensation produced in the ear which enables us to distinguish between a loud and a soft sound is loudness. It depends on the sensitivity of the ear. Higher the amplitude, louder will be the sound. It is shown in Figure A. Figure A, higher amplitude, louder sound. Lower the amplitude, soft will be the sound shown in Figure B. Figure B, lower amplitude, soft sound. Loudness also depends on the distance between source and observer, surface area of the vibrating body, density of the medium, and presence of resonant bodies. Unit of loudness. A loud sound has larger energy and consequently can travel more distance. The loudness of sound is measured in decibel, written as dB. The softest sound which human ears can hear is of 0 decibel. The loudness of sound of people talking quickly is about 60 decibel.